Descendants: The Rise of Red dropped on Disney Plus on Friday, July 12, serving as the fourth installment in the beloved musical franchise. The film follows Red, who couldn't be more different from Cinderella, and Prince Charming's optimistic teenage daughter, Chloe. When unforeseen circumstances force them to travel back in time, the two must find a way to work together and save Auradon from Red's mother, the Queen of Hearts. The reluctant allies are introduced to Ruby Rose Turner's, Morgan Dudley's, and Dara Rennie's characters during their journey to the past. While Rennie portrays Ursula's villainous sister, Turner and Dudley play young versions of the Queen of Hearts and Cinderella. It has been 9 years since fans were first introduced to the villain kids from the Isle of the Lost, who shook things up upon their arrival at Auradon Prep. And a lot has happened since then, marking the introduction of Chloe and Red. Descendants: The Rise of Red fast-forwards ever so slightly from the events of Descendants 3, in which Mal and Ben have set off on their travels, and there's a new principal in town, Yuma, the daughter of Ursula. Yuma invites Red, the daughter of the Queen of Hearts, to join Auradon Prep. However, the Queen of Hearts has her own agenda, fueled by a desire for revenge stemming from a prank that harmed her in the past. At Auradon, the Queen of Hearts confronts Cinderella, demanding that she bow before her. When Cinderella refuses to submit, the Queen orders her daughter, Red, to carry out the punishment. Caught between her loyalty to her mother and her own moral compass, Red faces an intense dilemma. She is compelled to enact a death sentence, a harsh and unjust decree that weighs heavily on her conscience. However, the climax alters the course of this action. After delivering the death sentence, Red is filled with sadness and regret. She can't shake the feeling that her actions, driven by her mother's demands, are wrong. In a moment of desperation, she remembers the time machine given to her by Maddox and decides to use it to go back into the past. Just as she activates the time machine, Chloe, Cinderella's daughter, bursts in, and they find themselves transported back to a time when the Queen of Hearts and Cinderella were young students at Auradon Prep. Red observes that they have returned to this specific moment in time, suggesting that their presence is significant. She believes there must be a purpose behind their journey. They approach Principal Merlin, explaining that they are exchange students visiting Auradon Prep. They meet the younger versions of the Queen of Hearts and Cinderella, who go by the names Bridget and Ella, respectively. Bridget and Ella share a close friendship, full of laughter and shared dreams. Red is taken aback by the contrast between her mother's past behavior and her current harshness, realizing that Queen of Hearts was once kind and supportive. Red and Chloe know that a prank gone wrong in the past significantly altered Bridget's life, transforming her into the unforgiving Queen of Hearts. Determined to change the course of history, Red and Chloe devise a plan to prevent this pivotal incident from occurring. They believe that by intervening, they can protect the innocent bond between Bridget and Ella, and perhaps reshape the future of Auradon for the better. Chloe wants to help because she knows that by intervening, she can potentially save her mother from the death sentence in the future. At school, Chloe and Red encounter Juliana, who bullies Bridget. Despite Juliana's harsh demeanor, Bridget is kind-hearted and seeks friendship. Juliana snatches Bridget's fabulous flamingo feather cupcake, which is magical and meant to be consumed sparingly. However, Juliana indulges excessively, causing her face to transform into that of a flamingo right in front of the entire school. In the chaos, a confrontation with Bridget escalates, and Juliana feels humiliated as she ends up in the water. Juliana vows to exact revenge on Bridget. Determined to get back at her, she decides to use a sorcerer's cookbook that she believes holds the secrets to powerful spells and pranks. It can transform Bridget into a monstrous creature. She plans to unleash this prank during a school event, aiming to embarrass Bridget in front of their classmates. The cookbook is locked away in the principal's office due to its dangerous contents. Red, determined to prevent Juliana's prank, decides to steal it before she can use it. Chloe ultimately decides to help Red with this risky plan, knowing that stopping Juliana is crucial to protecting Bridget and changing the course of their futures. However, Juliana arrives just in time and steals the cookbook. As she opens it, she is frozen because the dark magic within the book prevents evil hands from accessing it. When Red opens the cookbook, she isn't frozen, allowing her and Chloe to seize the opportunity. Red and Chloe return to the present and find that the Queen of Hearts is no longer evil. Instead, she is sweet and kind. Cinderella is also gentle, and the two happily dance around. In the end, Red and Chloe celebrate their changed fates. However, Yuma says it's not the end of the story.